Have you ever looked at your favorite app or website and just wondered how it all works? How it seems to magically know what to do? Well, today we're going to pull back that curtain. We're taking our very first step into the world of code, and our guide for this journey is the incredibly popular and, believe it or not, super friendly language called Python.
Look, if you've ever had that little spark of curiosity about programming, about actually telling a computer what to do, but you felt kind of overwhelmed, like you didn't even know where to begin, this is for you. We're going to break down all those barriers one simple little step at a time.
So, why Python? What makes it so special, especially for beginners? Honestly, it all comes down to its core philosophy. It's built to be readable. That means the code itself is just intuitive. A lot of the time, Python code looks a whole lot like plain old English. And that, right there, is a total game changer when you're just starting out.
Okay, here's a slightly more technical reason why Python is so great for learning. It's what we call an interpreted language. Now, what does that actually mean for you? It means you can write a line of code and see the result instantly. There's no complicated, separate step to compile everything. This makes trying things out and fixing mistakes super fast and easy. It's kind of like you're having a direct, live conversation with your computer.
All right, that's enough theory for now. Let's be real. The best way to learn any of this stuff is by actually doing it. So, let's get our hands dirty and create your very first program. You know, in the world of programming, there's this tradition. It's a rite of passage, really. The very first thing you ever make a computer do is just say hello. It's this simple universal check that tells you, yep, everything's set up and I'm ready to start building something amazing. And this is where you really see Python's magic shine. It's just one line of code. That's it. The command is print, you tell it what you want to say, and it says it. I mean, to do the exact same thing in other languages, you might have to write a whole bunch of complicated-looking code. With Python, you just say what you mean. Simple as that. So, how do you actually make it happen? It's just 4 simple steps. First, you create a basic text file. Then, you type in that one little line of code. After that, you just have to tell your computer it's okay for this file to run, and finally, you run it from the terminal, which is just a way to talk directly to your computer. And boom! You've just given the computer its first instruction. Okay, you've written your first program. That's awesome. Now, let's take that a step further. We're going to grab just a few more simple ideas and use them to build something really interactive and fun. A game. So the first building block we need is something called a variable. The easiest way to think about a variable is to picture it like a labeled box. You give the box a name, say player_score, and then you can put something inside it, like the number 10. And the cool part is you can change what's inside that box anytime you want. Now, to build our game, we really only need these 4 simple tools. We're going to use variables, which we just talked about, to keep track of things like the score. We'll need data types, which just tell Python if we're working with numbers or with text. We'll use a little logic using if statements to let the program make decisions. And finally, we'll sprinkle in a bit of randomness so the computer can make its own moves.
And what game are we going to build with these tools? Something everyone already knows how to play. Rock, paper, scissors. The rules are dead simple, everybody gets it, which makes it the absolute perfect project to start with. So, the whole heart of our game is the logic, right? This table lays it all out. If the player chooses rock and the computer chooses scissors, the player wins. Simple. What we're going to do is take these exact rules and translate them straight into Python code using those if statements we mentioned. It's literally like we're just teaching the computer how to play the game.
Making a game is a huge step, but honestly, it's just scratching the surface. Let's just take a quick peek at the incredible universe of things that Python opens up for you. You can build powerful, huge web applications. I'm talking about the kind of websites that power massive companies. You know, places like Instagram and Pinterest. They rely on Python's web frameworks to handle millions and millions of users every single day. Or maybe you want to unlock the secrets hidden inside data. Well, Python is an absolute powerhouse for data science. It's used to analyze gigantic data sets, to do groundbreaking scientific research, and to create these beautiful visualizations that can show you things you'd never see otherwise. And yeah, you can totally become a game developer. You can create much more complex 2D games, bringing entire worlds and characters to life. Think epic adventures or cool retro-style arcade games. If you can dream it up, you can probably build it. How about this? You can make your code actually come alive in the real physical world. By controlling tiny computers like the Raspberry Pi, you can build your own robots, create interactive art, maybe even automate things around your house. The possibilities here are just endless. And you're not just stuck on the web. You can build professional-looking apps for your desktop computer and even create apps for your phone that work on both Android and iOS, all with Python. It's incredibly versatile.
The potential here is just immense, and it all starts with that one little Hello World program. So now, it really is your turn to start that journey. And as you get going, here are 3 super important tips. First, try to keep your coding style consistent. It'll make your life so much easier later on. Second, leave little notes, we call them comments, for your future self. Explain what you were trying to do. And finally, when you get stuck, and trust me, everyone gets stuck, remember that Google is your absolute best friend. Every single programmer, from brand new to seasoned expert, uses it all the time. It's not cheating, it's just how we learn.
So, let's wrap this up with a quote from our source material that just says it all. Always wanted to have a go at programming? No more excuses, because Python is the perfect way to get started.
The tools are simple, the path is pretty clear, and the possibilities, well, they're endless. So really, the only question left is, what are you gonna build?